The album. You were talking about the...
do you have a name for your new album?
The album.
Oh, yeah.
I do, but I can't.
Yeah, his new album's secret, but based on your old album.
But on the last album, so I have a Comic-Con panel next week in New York, and I did it last year as well, and it's for my last album called The Incredible True Story, which was originally going to be called The Incredible True Story and Transformation of the Man Who Saved the World, but like ain't no fucking blonde college girl remembering that shit. So we just changed it to The Incredible True Story, which the acronym is TITS. Nice. Yeah. And so I released that. An elevator pitch is the year is 2065.
Greenlit.
In 2065, yeah. The last human footprint was left on Earth before ascending to a space station called Babel, where there was only 5 million human beings left. And for the last 50 years, from 2065 on, we've been looking for a habitable planet. It's like rap Interstellar. So the cool thing is that at the beginning of the album, you press play, and at the end of it is a skit, what I like to call an audio cinematic experience. Now, I was watching... No, this is a real thing. I was watching it's a real fucking thing, bro. I was watching a documentary called I Know That Voice. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I love it. It's amazing. And while watching it, I saw one of my favorite voice actors of all time. His name is Steve Blum. He's done Spike on Cowboy Bebop. He's on Star Wars Rebels. He's done so many different things. And in his portion of the interview, he goes, "Yeah, I mean, like, this is a job. Anybody can hire you." And I was like, "What? Anybody can hire this guy? Are you serious?" So like I reached out to my people and I got his agent's information and I was like, "Oh my God, yo, I fucking love you." I was like, "You're the best, bro." And we met and we sat down and he agreed to do it. Mind you, this is like one of my childhood heroes. I absolutely love this guy. He agreed to do it and he plays a captain named Thomas. Anyway, so on their way to this planet called Paradise that they hope is habitable for human beings, they're listening to oldies music from 100 years ago. And that happens to be my album that they're listening to from there to there. And it's like this cool, really cool story. And that's what we're doing the panel on. It's basically a year later, how much has happened. And here's the crazy thing. One thing that I really want to say is like, once again, I've faced a lot of shit in my life and a lot of it's been really hard, but the crazy thing is some of the hardest things later in my life was being a nerd, was like loving Rubik's Cubes and video games and,
God,
and all this in hip hop.
What the fuck? That was the weirdest. He came into the room and then I watched you work and you like threw a rap together and were like taking suggestions and doing all this shit and then in the middle of it, because you didn't bring it.
I should have brought my Rubik's Cube today.
It was like
damn, Daniel.
It was like laying out because Justin's a maniac.
Yeah,
and
it's
like
fucking weird.
And it was a Rubik's Cube and you picked it up and it was like 1982. That's incredible, like record setting, like, and then you did it behind your back.
Yeah. What? Damn, I wish I had it. Why the? Damn it, yo, blame my assistant Christian, wherever the fuck he is right now.
No, we'll have you back and we'll show
Assistant Christian, you're
honestly, assistant Christian. Assistant Christian, oh, the time has come for my froyo and my...
I can't be the first person to have sung as Assistant Christian.
That's definitely, you're the first person.
I fucking love it.
Nice.
Where's my record?
But it's okay, because honestly, the thing about solving Rubik's Cubes really fast is that verbally saying that you did it, as long as there's someone to vouch for you, it's just as impressive as watching it.
It's pretty cool. It's super fun.
I'm sorry.
Get your drink on.
I derailed you about that, but I think so. You're already into the sci-fi scene, the concept album scene. You came up from underneath the cloud through the cloud streets. I want you to have a radio play like hit song. If The Weeknd can have 11 of them, then you can have several.
You want to know something? I was very distraught at different points in my career because I didn't have that, and there was actually times when it's not that I was going to make different music because the message is always the same, which is one of following your dreams and doing what you love, but sonically I was like, man, there's times where I found myself in the studio like, man, damn, like this dude's popping or that dude's popping, like, damn, should I make some radio shit? Is that's what's going to do it? And there was times where I really thought it would, but I was like, it just doesn't feel right.
Did you have any embarrassing moments, like where you were like you tried a little? You're
No,
like,
I mean, I would like, sure, I like made like fun radio songs, and it's not that they were bad. It's just I looked in the mirror and I was like, nah, this isn't me. I can still make fun radio type-esque records, but not that sounds like the same shit, you know what I mean? And so I told myself, like, no, I'm gonna stay true to myself and my roots and what I do. And so just to, not to flex, but just to give you an example, and this is why we're doing the panel again a year later. So nowadays, I'm not gonna name any names because I don't want it to be taken the wrong way, but there's a lot of humongous pop stars that, one, cannot sell tickets on their tours, and two, can't sell records where they're selling more. They're selling like 50 or 60 or 70,000. Now, I know some of you guys in the
Shakira,
crowd,
talking to you.
no. Shakira! Now, I know that some of you guys might think like, oh, well, no, motherfuckers sell millions and millions of records. Like, no, that's not true. This isn't like 96. You know what I mean? Like, that
Yeah,
like legit.
Shakira.
That doesn't work anymore. And
Your
so,
hips lie now.
they do. So there's artists, huge artists, pop stars, and you know, girls who sing pop and all this stuff, who are only moving 50, 60, 70, 80,000 units in their first week. And so I said, fuck that, you know, because of singles. And I said, I'm gonna make albums. I want to be an album artist. And in my first week, on my last album, I sold 135,000 in the first week. Yeah.
This is like everybody keeps arguing on TV panels. They keep going, oh, television. Where's television going? And where's it? And I'm like, it's like, you know, it's not like I'm the only one that can see it, but it just seems like it's so obvious. Like, all you have to do is just look at the MP3 threshold that music went through because of the lower bandwidth, because a song began as a thing that was, you know, it was 3.5 megabytes, and there was a tipping point we hit where the music industry was in big trouble as it knew itself. And then there was all this argument about, should we sue this technology and all this stuff. This happens over and over and over again. I was a communications major in college before I dropped out a week into college, but I did take the one class where they said, like, this has been happening since when TV got rolled out. Movies were like, they said the exact same things that the record labels said about MP3s. But because they were like, they went to the government and said, you should make TV illegal, because this isn't fair. If people can look at a screen at home, why would they ever go to the movie?
When phonographs were put in people's houses, people started buying phonographs and buying records. The people that made sheet music were like, we're fucking out of a job. And when sheet music, people were selling sheet music, bands were like, no one's going to go out and see live music anymore. Because people can just go home and play it by themselves.
And then what the truth that emerges is it's never more good, it's never more bad, it's more good and more bad. So what you're saying is verifying my prediction about how TV is going to go, is that either Vince Gilligan or a 26-year-old Vince Gilligan that doesn't have a Breaking Bad like available to him because he hasn't, or an X-Files staff writing job or anything like because there's no system left for him to go through. Either or, like they're going to, like, Louis C.K.'s already doing it. Like, they're gonna Howard Hughesify the TV industry. It's gonna turn into just everybody's just self-employed. Like,
no, I agree. I think honestly, a lot of people when streaming of music first started, everybody was like, no.
And it's hard.
But that's everything. It saved the music industry. So Universal Music Group, which is like the biggest fucking label there is was up right. 2 years ago more than they had been in years and years because of streaming. So I think what it really comes down to is it's just like demand. Like, we as people in this era in time, we want it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like Stranger Things, one episode, fuck that. I want them all.
Right.
You know, Fuller House season 2, hurry the fuck up.
Logic.
That's real.
You want to come watch Westworld at my place tonight?
I can't.
There's pizza on the floor.
Let's go.